Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Mbali. This is actually my first ever YouTube video. I've been wanting to do this for some time now, but I couldn't decide if I should do a podcast or if I should do a blog or if I should do YouTube. Eventually, I went with YouTube because I figured it's better to relate to people. It's easier to relate to people when they can see you. I'm going to be just talking about my personal life, about coping with my 20s, my coping mechanisms that are very self destructive. And then maybe you guys can chip in if you've got like a better way of dealing with these sorts of things. Or I don't know if you think I need to improve on the quality of my videos. I think I might need a microphone. I don't know. Okay, anyway, today I'm specifically going to be talking about a toxic workplace. I work in a very toxic environment. I started my job about 6 months ago, yeah, last year, August, and it's not going as well as I had hoped. And yeah, there are just certain practices there that are really energy draining. And yeah, so I'm gonna go through with them. Right. The first one is it's clicky. It is very, very clicky, and I know sometimes that clicks can be beneficial because they've got inside information that maybe other people didn't know, and you can use that to your advantage to advance your career. But sometimes they are gossiping. In fact, most of the time, in this case, it's just all about gossip and rumors and just making other people uncomfortable. I think this is turning into a venting session. Okay, anyway, yeah. So in that case, then it just creates an environment where you don't want to be. If one person walks out the room, then everyone's gossiping about that person. So you know for a fact that when you leave, they're gossiping about you, and you don't know who to trust. And it just feels very high school-ish. Like if you disagree with one person, then everyone's angry at you, and then they're making your life difficult, and they don't want to help you out with your work, and it's just so childish. This is definitely turning into a venting session. Yeah, so the one example that I can give was a few months ago. One manager who owns rental property, so he's obviously like it's like a side hustle or whatever. So on his property, he's got other cottages that he's rented out. And one subordinate at work who reports to another manager decided to move in there. And another manager decided to start a rumor about an affair. Like there was no indication that there's anything going on. But just to start drama, they started this rumor that they're having an affair. They even went as far as getting his wife involved. Like if that doesn't scream toxic, I don't know what does. Anyway, it turns out they weren't. There were rumors that she's pregnant, which is really annoying. Like I consider myself a feminist. Well, at least I try as much as possible to be one. And I hate it when women are bringing each other down at work and they're starting unnecessary rumors about one another. And especially because a lot of the negativity was directly towards the woman who is involved. Yeah, so that was really frustrating for me, and I thought it was completely unnecessary, and it happens all the time. This is just one incident that I'm making an example of. So yeah, you don't want to be at a place where everything's going to be questioned if you move, or if you're talking to a certain person, you're wondering what other people are going to say. That is not the kind of environment that anyone wants to work in. So yeah, I've basically just resorted to being by myself. I spend my lunches by myself. I do not want to be around all of that nonsense. Um, and I'm fine. I watch YouTube videos during lunch, or I watch something on Netflix, like one day at a time or whatever. And then the second thing is the narcissists and the bullies are right at the top, and they're the ones running the show. So these are the people who, like, for example, there's this one manager. She's a new manager, actually. She was promoted, I think, a few months ago, purely because somebody left. Maybe I'm just better. Anyway, so it's her first management position, and she's not doing it very well. I've never been a manager, but I know she's not doing it well. She's a little bit too close to her subordinates, that the boundaries are getting crossed, and Yeah, and then she complains that I don't take her seriously, but like she's the one that's sitting outside at lunch gossiping with them and telling them private information that she's not supposed to be sharing, maybe information that was shared at like management meetings or whatever, or like disciplinary hearings, things that other people are not supposed to hear about. And the other thing is, actually can't remember what I was going to say. I think I must have lost my point. I should have made notes. Okay. Well. Oh yes. So narcissism. Yes. So like she makes everything about herself. Like she'll try and hog every possible responsibility, even if it has no weight. To her, like it's not going to enhance her position in any kind of way. And I'm doing the thing that I said I hate, where women are bashing one another. But I think this one's valid. Anyway, yeah. So like, if I mean, like she wants to control the keys to the archives, even though it's got nothing to do with her job, or she wants to control the milk. Like, I hate having to ask for milk at work. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, that's not something that I should have to feel anxious about. Like, oh no, what if there's no milk? Then I have to ask her, and she's probably gonna say there isn't any just because she doesn't want to go get it or whatever. When she's the one who assigned that task to herself, nobody asked her to do that. Okay, and then the other thing would be like I don't know why, but for some reason, everyone is just so into other people's personal lives. So if something's happening in someone's personal life, and then everybody's talking about it, or this person was in an accident, or this person lost an X amount of money, and I just had to help her out with like 5,000 rand or something like that. So obviously, that person is trying to make it seem like they're very caring, but in reality, they're just trying to make themselves look good at the expense of somebody else, because maybe that person didn't want other people to know that they're having financial problems. So yeah, that just basically I don't like being in that kind of environment, not knowing who I can trust because I don't know if they're gonna go around airing out my dirty laundry. Um, yeah, so it's just I basically keep to myself now. Um, and the last thing, number three, is scare tactics. Like an employer that uses scare tactics to make you feel like you should be like grateful to have a job, just be grateful that you have a job. That's not good. That's a major red flag. And when I actually started working there was this other lady who was working in the planning department, and apparently she had been promoted to that position. um and she basically, everyone was openly talking about their plan to get rid of her because her manager doesn't like her. um yeah, it turns out that she just does that. Well, this manager, like if she disagrees with you, if you disagree with her, like she'll say that you have an attitude problem and you have to be gotten rid of. So at first I don't think anything about it. I thought that it was the other lady's fault, and that maybe maybe she does have an attitude problem. Maybe her work is substandard. I don't know. I was new there. And yeah, basically everyone was openly talking about it, and I don't feel like it's something that the whole company should have known. It should have been confidential. Anyway, so eventually she did get moved to a different department where she's doing very well. Um, and then she had a disagreement with another, not the lady that moved, this manager. She had a disagreement with another lady, and then she's trying to get rid of her too. And I don't understand how nobody can see that she's actually the problem, because basically she complains about her entire department. Like when a direct report is not in the room, she'll complain about them and say that she's trying to get rid of them, or they need to get rid of them, or whatever. And it's a culture that I've like noticed throughout the company, where like I know, I think they said that they made a loss, like something like a 2 million rand loss last year. And so everyone's going around saying, oh, they're looking at getting rid of some people, and they're moving like tasks around, and they're not really telling people, and everyone's gossiping about it, and it's just creating a really like nervous vibe, you know. And everyone's talking about, oh, this person this person's taking too long with their work or whatever. Fortunately, I haven't been mentioned, but I wouldn't know because I don't mix with these people anymore. I just spend time by myself. So if there is a rumor out there about me, I don't know about it, and I'm okay with not knowing about it. Um, so yeah, that's basically it. And how am I coping with it? Uh, I'm not coping very well with it, to be honest. I'm very anxious. I'm very stressed. Like, I'm chronically stressed. I'm always tired, and yeah, I just want to sleep all the time. And I've actually been to the doctor probably 5 times in the past 2 months, and that's due to stress. My hormones are through the roof, and yeah, I'm not doing very well. In fact, I left work early today because I just couldn't deal with it. Like, I really couldn't. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have any idea how you cope with this sort of situation. The job market isn't that great. I have been applying for jobs. I had I think 2 interviews. Um, Other than that, it's very dry. So, and I'm trying to like start a side hustle, not this, something else that I don't want to share with you just yet. Um, yeah, and then we'll see how that goes. Because at the very least, it's gonna keep me busy. I try to exercise. That makes me feel better for a while, but then doesn't last very long. And I'm trying to eat healthier because that's the other thing. Like, I eat stale cheese curls, which I know is not good. It is not good at all. Okay, so my venting session's done. You can let me know what you think. Like I said, it's my first video. If you want to criticize it or tell me what I need to work on or whatever, or if you can relate, or if you've got some advice for me, how to deal with this, I would really appreciate that. So yeah.